and welcome to today's webinar looking at how to drive recurring revenue. I'm Charlotte, Editor of Comms Business, and today I'm joined by Will Morey, Managing Director of Candio, and his colleague Tom Chedham, the company's Business Development Manager. This webinar will be available on demand, so if you think a colleague or a friend might benefit from some of the themes and products that Will and Tom talk through, please do share with them when the link arrives in your inbox. But for now, over to you, Will.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thank you for viewing this and joining us in this driving recurring revenue session. So I want to talk to you over the next few minutes about how we believe recurring revenue is incredibly important and how Candio can play a key role in helping you drive it forward. Maybe to start off with a few numbers to share. For an average reseller with 1,000 customers, we can generate £350,000 in business value. Over £100,000 in recurring revenue added annually, 50% margins with no additional cost, no additional headcount, and a product that we believe is really a win for you, helping you add to your recurring revenue, and a win for your customers. So that's a big promise. Lots of people would describe this in the lovely marketing and sales term no-brainer. We genuinely believe it is a great opportunity, and what we're going to be talking about between myself and Tom over the next 35 minutes is how we can deliver on that promise and how we can make those numbers a reality for your business. So Candio was formed little over a year ago when we started to see some big opportunities for adding digital services. We call them white label digital services, essentially, so delivered under your brand. Those services we would also call microservices. So essentially things that you can add on to your customers that will add value. Instead of me going into a lot of detail about Candio, I'm going to play a video in a second. I think the real background to what we've done is we partnered with SoConnect, a software development company based out of Amsterdam, who specialize in marketing automation, customer engagement, customer insight technologies. And we saw the opportunity for those services in the UK market and with the SME channel in the UK. What we also heard from resellers is that essentially there was challenges as people were shifting their customer base over from ISDN into SIP and the declines in revenue that can occur because of that. Then what we felt was that there were some great products we could add to drive recurring revenue. Anyway, let me move over to the video and let that do the talking for a second.
Candio helps a wide range of companies deliver white label digital services that add value to end users and recurring revenue to our partners. Our products include web listings, a tool that helps businesses of all sizes manage their online presence, including up-to-date opening hours, contact details, and map listings on 50+ platforms with a highly targeted and localized message. Reviews helps organizations build trust with their customers and be consistently ranked at the top of review sites like Google Reviews, Trustpilot, or Facebook Reviews. Web Optimizer is a tool that helps your website get found by indexing it on search engines, detecting and fixing bugs, and improving your search engine ranking so that your website looks great and appears above your competitors. The combination of these tools helps businesses stay at the top of search engine results and deliver up-to-date and accurate listings across all the platforms and secure 5-star reviews. We work with tens of thousands of businesses across the UK, including some of the largest technology resellers, helping add millions in annual revenues each year. We can even bulk onboard your customers, so you can add to your monthly revenue and provide the best possible price to your customers. Adding digital services to your portfolio is quick and simple and has the maximum impact on your end user success and your business's bottom line. Speak to our business development team and people like Tom to find out how you can partner with Candio and start delivering digital transformation services to your customers under your brand. We have a customer success team with people like Karen who make things simple and ensure your team quickly understand the products, processes and opportunity. Candio can help you build your product portfolio and start selling and delivering digital services, secure long-term relationships, and start building your recurring revenue today. Candio, your white label digital services partner.
Hopefully that made some sense and helped you to understand a bit about what Candio do and what we're about. But essentially a channel-only organisation providing digital services to a range of resellers across the UK. So as we started to speak to resellers about the challenges they were facing, we started to understand that they wanted to play a key role in helping their customers address digital transformation, adapt to the kind of online world that we're now all competing and operating in. They wanted to have stickier relationships with their customers, so deliver products that had arms and legs in every different department of a company and really help genuinely address challenges in that business. So positioning themselves increasingly as a trusted advisor. But they also wanted to make sure that these products had a low cost to sell and a low cost to serve. They didn't want to have to send a sales team out to be able to sell each of these products individually, and they didn't want to have a high support burden. And I think that's one of the biggest areas that it's important to understand with Candio and the services that we sell, is you haven't got to add additional headcount into your business, because we make all aspects of selling and serving the product really, really simple. We've seen over the last few months huge growth in resellers taking up these digital services and working with Candio to deliver them. One of the real triggers to that, and I don't want this to make another one of those webinars where we spend the whole time talking about the pandemic, but one of the impacts that we've seen is that many end user organizations are really, really focused on how they can adapt to the digital world. Suddenly, everybody now recognizes the importance of having an online presence. So we've seen resellers really actively engage with us because of that, but also because of an increasing focus on recurring revenue. So we saw a huge increase in the first lockdown, and have then seen that gradually growing since that time and again now, because we believe that the services we're offering help businesses to compete and win more than ever in a lockdown environment where the shift to digital is greater than ever. So what we want to focus on today is about driving recurring revenue. I think for any reseller, for any business out there, the more you can add recurring revenue, the better your business is going to be performing. And I want to talk about some of those reasons why that would be. It's got to be at the top of anybody's kind of strategic agenda as to how you can add more recurring revenue products, how you can increase your average revenue per user, average revenue per customer, and look at all of those products that can genuinely contribute into that strategy. So I've got three main areas I want to take a really quick look at as to how we believe Candio can impact recurring revenue and why recurring revenue is important. So firstly, why is recurring revenue important? It keeps the motor running. In those tough times when you can't get out there and you can't sell and you can't install, then keeping the monthly bill run coming through is vitally important. I'm sure many of you saw in March last year the peak that we had as companies tried to equip themselves ready to go into the very first lockdown. But then we saw a fairly rapid drop-off as companies couldn't install, resellers couldn't install and couldn't get out and sell and engage with their customers. So because of that, the reliance on recurring revenue was more important than ever. Now, that reliance, one thing was, you could say it was about keeping the motor running, keeping the lights on, any of those phrases. But actually what we saw was that the resellers that had a high percentage of recurring revenue meant that they were able to continue to be active in the market. We heard and saw from many partners that the CEOs, the CFOs, the MDs, the FDs, the decision makers of all flavors, colors and stripes were sitting at home during the lockdown period, and they were thinking, how can I equip my business in the future to handle this? What changes am I going to make when we come out of lockdown? So the pipeline around all sorts of products was being shaped during that lockdown period. And by having that strong recurring revenue, it meant that they were able to keep engaging, keep sales and marketing people on, and keep trying to drive the conversation with those customers during that difficult time. And hopefully, ideally, furloughing less staff. So keeping the motor running is an absolutely critical element. And I think, as we illustrated on that very first slide, with an average reseller with 1,000 customers, we can add £9,000–10,000 a month to your recurring revenue at a 50% margin. That's going to help hugely during those tough times. Secondly, organic growth. It's one of the most important metrics when you look at any business. You want to see how well they're doing in engaging and selling to new customers, or engaging and selling new products into existing customers. It's possibly the most important metric that you could look at when you're thinking about the sales and marketing aspects and valuation of a business. We can help with that, because clearly Candio is a new product that you can roll out to your customers, and also it can be added to any new customers. You can make it part of your proposition, and you can make sure that customers understand that you're not able to just provide maybe a UCaaS solution, a telephone system, whatever it might be. You can also be the company that makes sure that those phones that you deploy on desks also start ringing, because that customer is better equipped to engage online, to engage digitally, to have a website and a web presence that can have tip-top performance and make sure they're winning and engaging their new customers or existing customers. So we believe that Candio can also contribute to that organic growth, that vital metric. It's great maybe doing customer base acquisition, it's great acquiring businesses, but the real measure of success will come as well around how much new business you can generate. And Candio absolutely taps into that and helps you continue to drive organic growth. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the impact that we can have on valuation. In that first slide, I spoke about £325,000 and the increase in business value it would drive. Well, I've been lucky enough to have a few conversations with Paul Billingham at Knight Corporate Finance, and he helped us understand the impact that he thought that Candio would have on a reseller's business. He shared this quote, which I think is really interesting. In the current market, to generate interest from buyers, you've got to have at least 75% recurring revenues. Valuations are always higher for those businesses that have higher levels of recurring revenue, and the COVID-19 crisis has reinforced that position with buyers. All things being equal, the higher your level of recurring revenue, the higher your valuation. So clearly, we can see that very strong link between recurring revenue and the percentage of recurring revenue in your business and your valuation, and possibly the opportunity of even being interested to either maybe a PE company or a company looking at acquiring. They were actually able to help us build a model, and that model based on the 1,000 customers that we've used. You can see here on the right-hand side of the slide, with 1,000 customers taking an average EBITDA multiple of 6 to 7 times. The product being sold is £8.99 a month. It's providing 50% margin. That would generate an additional business value between £323,000 to £377,000. So just by adding this product into your portfolio, we can absolutely say we can deliver that additional business value. And the thing to remember is, of all of the partners we've taken on over the tens of thousands of customers we've added, nobody's been adding additional headcount and additional resource and additional cost into their business to do it. So this profit that you'll be generating flows straight through to your EBITDA, which is a really, really strong proposition, we believe. I also looked at it from the buyer's perspective, as well as from the corporate finance side. I had a chat with Ralph at Focus Group, the co-founder and co-managing director, and what Ralph Gilbert was saying when he was talking about how they view valuations in the market and they view acquisition is that recurring revenue is one of the biggest metrics we look at when considering an acquisition. It's always been important, but now more than ever, a strong percentage of recurring revenue is critical to us considering an acquisition and the multiples we're willing to pay. So again, from the buyer's perspective, a really clear view as to just how important recurring revenue is to valuation. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that starts to show that that opening slide with those big numbers that we were throwing around can be a reality and a genuine numbers that we believe we can deliver on. So we're lucky enough to also have a relationship with Focus to provide the Candio product suite into them, and they provide it out to their customer base. And as you can see from the quote here, they had a fantastic experience with adding the product in and rolled that out during the last pandemic, delivering a significant free trial period for their customers where their customers were able to access that at the time that they needed it most and make sure that their digital presence was operating as well as it possibly could. We also work with Southern Communications Group and Malcolm Holland and the team there, and he provided this quote, again, just showing how important the product was in their strategy to continue driving their phenomenal recurring revenues and really adding a tangible difference to their customers and how easy it was to roll that out into their customer base. So two good examples there of customers that have done that. But I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail and look at a couple of customer case studies or partner case studies. Firstly, Berry. Berry are a high growth organization and growing really rapidly, selling mainly UCaaS and telephony voice service products and connectivity. Really innovative organization, an organization who are always looking to differentiate in the market. They always want to make sure that they're adding greater value to their customers and they're doing something different to their competition. Berry added this product in both to their new customer process, so they were able to talk to their customers about how they were helping them, not just with telephony, but also with helping them drive their digital engagement. And what Berry did is rolled this out into their customer base, increased their recurring revenue, got better customer engagement, and we're able to do that really, really simply and easily, with a nice quote at the end from Paul, the co-founder and co-owner at Berry, saying adding Candio to our portfolio has been really simple and make it a win-win for Berry and their customers. So I think a really good case study of a partner who've taken the product and embedded it into all aspects of their organization and made it a core part of how they go to market and how they continue to win new business. BDR are also a Candio partner, and the team there have done a fantastic job with both of our products, Web Listings and Web Optimizer. Tom's going to be talking to you and bringing those products to life in a minute. BDR Group have been around for over 27 years. They've acquired thousands of customers, have a really strong customer base. And again, for them, they want to be differentiating. They want to be delivering an innovative product. And they were really focused on making sure that they were able to deliver a product that enabled them to get into multiple parts of the organization and to be solving challenges for the customer in a variety of different ways. We help them by adding the Web Listings and the Web Optimizer products into their customer base, but again into their new business proposition as well, and adding really tangible value with adding hundreds of thousands of pounds as that rolls out over their customer base and over the coming months and years. Malik Rahimi, the Group Operations Director there, gave us a fantastic quote saying how we directly helped as Candio increasing their recurring revenue and delivering a great product to their customers. So hopefully you can see that we started off with what might have felt like some quite outlandish numbers that we're promising we could deliver. But hopefully over what I've just talked through, you can see that we can directly impact your recurring revenue, how important recurring revenue is to your business for a multitude of reasons, and also hopefully some credibility from the partners we're working with and the fantastic experiences they've had in taking this product out to their customer base and the great feedback they've given us. So what I want to do now is hand over to Tom, who's going to take some of these concepts that I've been talking about and turn them into much more of a reality and give you a really good overview of what our products are and how you can use them and roll them out to your customers. Over to you, Tom.
Thank you, Will. And a big thank you again to everybody for joining us today. Number one thing that I'm really excited to do today is announce the launch of Website Optimizer, our new product, alongside Comms Business. And what I wanted to do was tell you why we've created this product, first of all. So what we found when doing market research is that the average business's website is less than good, and that most businesses are actually embarrassed of their website, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. So a website is designed to build trust and help you sell more, and that is exactly why we created a Website Optimizer. So the average business can improve their website into a tool that actually works for them, and they don't have to spend thousands of pounds to do so. What Website Optimizer will do is give you an objective view of how your website is performing. So how does it do that? What Website Optimizer does is it automatically makes your website URL and subpages indexed and findable in all search engines. It alerts you when your website is down or has a security leak. It shows you how you're ranked on the main keywords compared against your competitors. And finally, what it does is it lets you fix most bugs and errors on your website within the click of a button. It will do much more, and I'm going to show you that later on today. But first of all, I just wanted to talk to you about how we create a pain point for all of your existing customers. In any sales process, you'll know it's important that what we do is we find the customer's pain point, and that's exactly what I believe we've done for you here. What we'll do is we'll analyze your existing customers' websites and provide a report of total bugs and then an overall performance score. That's based on SEO, the speed of loading, mobile optimization, and security. And then what we'll do with all that information is turn it into a launch email. We'll put all the information in there, as you can see, and it's branded with a screenshot of your customer's website, and then it also then has your own company branding on as well. We'll put the performance score in there and the total amount of bugs. And then what that welcome email allows us to do is for each customer, is for each customer is to start a 60-day trial period. What that allows them to do is to start using Website Optimizer to improve their website. And at the end of the free trial, this will then turn into a bill subscription of £9.95 from yourself, and then which you then add to your customer's bill. Based on running this process with 40,000 businesses already, on average, we actually have 10% of customers cancel before the free trial ends. So if you have 1,000 customers, that means that you'll be adding just short of 100,000 revenue per year to your business. What I'd like to do now is talk about how easy it is for us to onboard and launch within 4 weeks. The first thing that we will ask you to do is sign an agreement between ourselves and SoConnect. Once we've got that agreement signed, to make us fully GDPR compliant, we'll provide you with a link there you can upload your customer's data, and we can perform that performance scan on there. We'll then sit down and work out a customer communication plan with you. And what this is going through that original welcome email to make sure that it fits your company branding and tone, and then 3 further emails that then sent to the customer reminding them to log in and use Website Optimizer during the trial period. We'll also provide your team with branded social media posts and also a branded explainer video. The final thing that we do is we work with you to be able to send postcards to all of your customers' locations so that they are informed of the service straight away. Once we've done all that, we'll then work out a training plan with you. So Karen and our customer service team will work through you with your sales team to make sure that they understand what Website Optimizer is, how it can help your customers, and the actual potential value it's going to deliver as well. She'll then also work with your admin team to make sure that you know how to cancel a subscription and, most importantly, add new customers in the future. Once we've got all that off and both of us are all happy, we'll then agree a launch date, and that is when we'll send the original welcome email out. Now, what I wanted to do was give you a live demonstration of Web Optimizer, and I've got a small surprise as well for Comms Business. So just bear with me as I share my screen. Fantastic. Hopefully you can all see that now, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. What you'll see here is our white label portal. It's branded Candio up in the top left-hand corner, but if you become a Candio partner, you'll have your own version of the portal. So this will be your company branding here. And hopefully as you're looking at the product here, you'll think, Tom, that looks really simple. We probably didn't even need you to show us or explain it to you. And that's exactly what the way that we've created it is, that it's a simple product so that when your customer logs in for the first time, it doesn't need any support or training. So let me take you through what we found on Comms Business's website. The good news is they performed really well, otherwise this could have been quite embarrassing. What we've got here is their overall score of 83, and then how they rank on search optimization, performance, security, and mobile friendliness. So what each of these are checking is how easy it is for this website to be found on various different search engines. The performance, so how quickly does it load? And then the security, so is your SSL certificate in date? And then finally, mobile friendliness. So not only what good does it look on a mobile phone, but also is the font the same color as the background? Do all the links work? So on and so forth. What we then do straight away for the customer before they've even logged into Website Optimizer is we download a copy of the sitemap. We then do a term called indexing. And what indexing is we then submit that sitemap to all of the search engines that you see here. And what that means is that the About Us page, the Products and Services page, the Contact Us page are all submitted to the search engine. So if anybody is searching for a term on any of those pages, that website will then become a match. Next, we have the report section. So in the report section, we've got your ranking on keywords based on the search engine, and we can edit the keywords here that you want to see how well you perform on. We've then got backlinks. So backlinks are really important because that determines how relevant your website is to the search engine. And as you can see here, Comms Business have got just over 1,250 backlinks from 200 websites. We're working on a further update which will help your customers get more backlinks added to their page, but right now it's just a view of how many they've got. The next two reports are competitor comparison, so this will show you how well you're performing against your competitors in terms of search engines for keywords. And then we've got top monthly estimated savings. So this isn't money that we'll actually give your customers, although it would be nice. It's actually showing them how much Website Optimizer has delivered to their business. So what we do is we run a report based on clicks and on certain keywords and how much they would normally have to pay for those keywords. And what you can see here is for the communications business, we've generated just over £3,000 worth of traffic to the Comms Business website. All those features that I've shown you there are usually between £10 to £20 on their own, and then you would normally have to pay another £10 to £20 for the features that I'm about to show you. What we've got here is an alert section. So the first two are downtime alerts and security alerts. So downtime will provide you a report or an email to the actual customer if their website ever does go down. We've then got security alert. So this will make your customer aware if their SSL certificate has expired or if admin details are now visible on the web pages. We then have competitor alert. So we'll let your customer know if they've dropped in the competitor table above. And then finally, crawling alert. So crawling is a term used that when we're developing a website, we take it out of the public view so that we can update it, and essentially it can't be crawled. What then happens is we make loads and loads of updates on your website and it's forget to be taken out of crawling mode so nobody can ever find your brand new website. So what the crawling alert will do is let you know if that's ever forgot to be taken out of. The final bit that I wanted to show you is up here at the top, the audit section. So you may think, fantastic, Tom, you've shown my customer everything that they're doing badly and shown them a report. How can they fix it? And that's the key thing with Web Optimizer. So in the audit section, what you're able to do is visit where you've performed badly on. So here, search engine optimization. You can see how many pages we've analyzed of your site. So just over, well, exactly 100 here. And then what do they need to do? So if they take any of these options here, it will say invalid content and it will give them a quick report of what they've done wrong and the pages with the issue. We'll then give it an easy, medium or hard fix. If it's an easy fix, a blue auto fix button will appear. So we integrate with WordPress, which 80% of businesses use. If you click the auto fix button, it will take you to log into your WordPress site and then it will automatically fix this issue here for you without having to do anything else. If it's a medium or hard fix, you can then provide this to a web developer who will be able to resolve these issues for you. We don't just show you what you've done bad, we also show you what you've done well so that you know where you're actually performing well. The final thing I wanted to show you on here was the support element. So we believe that you don't have to become Website Optimizer experts overnight. So if any of your customers are experiencing issues with this product, they can click the support button, which will open up a chat with an English speaking agent, and we can help resolve their query. Moving on from Site Optimizer, if you are interested in looking at our digital services further, head over to our website and what you'll be able to see is an easy Candio revenue calculator. So you can put how many customers in here that you have. So 1,000, and then you can put in our normal opt-out rate, which is 8%. And what you'll be able to see here is not only the monthly and yearly revenue, but also an estimated monthly profit and yearly profit as well. So after this webinar, please head over to our website and use the revenue calculator. It's free to use and we don't ask for any of your details. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and take us back to the slides. So today we've announced the launch of Web Optimizer, but I also wanted to announce another product, tell you about another product, Web Listings. We've been working on Web Listings now for over 12 months and we have just over 30,000 businesses live and using the service. So what is web listings? If I just take your mind back quickly 20 years ago, all a business needed to advertise in the local area was the yellow pages. And you'd have probably called yourself something like AAA Telecom, because there was no complicated search engine algorithms. It was simply alphabetical order. If you fast forward 20 years, there's now over 50 different listing sites that you need to be listed on. So not just Google, not just Bing, but you've also got things like Apple Maps, Waze, Uber. There's loads of different ways now that a business can be found. And there's all these different algorithms that then go along with the different sites. So what web listings allows a business to do is put all their information into a single platform, which will then update over 50 APIs and 50 platforms in result. So no matter where you're found, the information is consistent, correct, and it then becomes trusted by the search engine, which will then boost you higher. If you'd like to find out more from web listings, again, head over to our website. You'll be able to watch our introductory video and even book a demo with myself. So I'd like to go back to Charlotte for any questions. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Tom, and thanks, Will, as well, for your time this afternoon. Lots of opportunities for resellers to think about there, and you've given us plenty to think about with our own website too. If anyone's listening and wants more detail, you can, of course, get in touch with Candio and Tom or Will. But for now, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.